your roadmap to the latest in auto. Welcome to Highway Herald. Electric vehicles appear to have encountered a hurdle. Despite initial excitement, there's a noticeable deceleration in their acceptance. Challenges such as setbacks in the Biden administration's electrification agenda and disruptions in the supply chain have rippled through the automotive sector. Manufacturers are postponing EV initiatives due to capital constraints and logistical issues. As a result, dealers are left with surplus EV stockpiles, prompting them to devise strategies for clearance. Let's delve into the core reasons behind this predicament. Reason number 5, EV market sluggishness. Why electric vehicles lag in sales. Initially, dealers were enthusiastic about selling EVs. During the early adoption phase, there was a high demand for environmentally friendly vehicles, and supply chain disruptions gave dealers room to charge significant markups. This made EVs a lucrative venture. However, times have changed. The early adopter phase has passed, and the broader middle class remains hesitant to embrace EVs due to affordability and convenience issues compared to internal combustion engine cars. Meanwhile, supply chains have stabilized, flipping the market dynamic. Now, we have low demand and high supply. EV market growth has not only slowed, but recent year-over-year results show an 8% decline in sales. Meanwhile, production has surged, reportedly increasing by over 500% compared to the previous year. Checking inventory on sites like cars.com reveals a 316% increase in available EVs. This oversupply means EVs are piling up on lots, and dealers are struggling to sell them, even with significant discounts. The current market day supply of EVs is 107 days, with some models like the Mercedes-Benz EQS at 157 days, the Mustang Mach-E at 151 days, and the Volkswagen ID.4 at 122 days. Consequently, dealers find their capital tied up for extended periods, and many are now reluctant to continue participating in the EV market. Reason number 4, tight margins, the profit dilemma facing dealers with EVs. This brings us to another significant issue dealers face with EVs. In the early days, EVs were a goldmine for dealers, thanks to high demand and limited supply. Dealers could impose hefty markups on popular models, raking in thousands of extra dollars per sale. Despite lower sales numbers compared to today, profit margins were considerably higher back then. However, the landscape has changed drastically. With demand dwindling and an oversupply in the market, those lucrative markups are now a thing of the past. Both manufacturers and dealers are currently scrambling to offload excess inventory. Tesla has sparked a price war, recently slashing prices by another $2,000, forcing other automakers to follow suit. A prime example is Ford, which has been offering substantial discounts on the F-150 Lightning, with price cuts ranging from $7,000 to $15,000 earlier this year. In this environment, it's clear that dealers can't rely on markups for profit. Their pricing flexibility is severely restricted, often to the point where they can't make any profit at all. Some dealers are even choosing to forego profit margins entirely, focusing solely on moving EVs off their lots to recoup their investments. Given the current market day supply situation we've discussed, this isn't surprising. With EVs piling up in dealer inventories, the priority has shifted to liquidating stock rather than maximizing profit. This challenging scenario underscores the difficulties dealers face in the evolving EV market, where making a profit has become a much tougher endeavor. Before we delve deeper, we'd appreciate it if you could subscribe to Highway Herald. Your support fuels our passion to create more content like this. Now let's explore reason number 3, sales strain, the effort-intensive process of selling electric vehicles. Electric cars are selling much slower than anticipated, and from a dealer's perspective, this presents significant challenges. Not only does moving the inventory take time, but the effort required by salespeople to close a sale is considerably higher. The process of buying an EV is notably different from purchasing a gas-powered car. Traditionally, buying a car involved a straightforward visit to the dealer, a test drive, some paperwork, and driving off with a new vehicle. However, a recent study indicates that potential EV buyers visit dealerships an average of 4 times before making a decision. This is due to their unfamiliarity with EV technology and their desire to gather more information before committing. While this thorough approach is understandable from the buyer's perspective, it poses a significant strain on salespeople who work on commission. They find themselves investing significantly more time, up to 400% more, to secure the same commission. Essentially, they end up working 3/4 of their time without compensation when dealing with EVs. Furthermore, many potential buyers ultimately decide against purchasing, exacerbating the issue. As a result, some salespeople resort to tactics such as providing misleading information about charging, range, or highway speeds to steer customers back towards traditional gas-powered cars, where the sales process is quicker and more straightforward. Reason number 2, maintenance dilemma: how EVs impact dealers' service revenue. Car sales are a lucrative business, but for most dealers, they're not the primary profit generator. The real money comes from maintenance and repair services. However, with EVs, dealers can't count on this easy revenue anymore. Traditional internal combustion engine cars require regular maintenance, like oil changes and minor repairs, which dealers often overcharge for. EVs, on the other hand, have far fewer maintenance needs, which directly impacts dealers' earnings. When it comes to repairs, the situation is even more complex. While EVs theoretically should have fewer issues than their ICE counterparts, reality paints a different picture. According to a recent Consumer Reports survey, EVs experience 80% more problems than gas-powered cars. The catch is that these issues are typically related to software and electronics, rather than mechanical faults. This shift in the nature of repairs poses a significant challenge for dealers. Their staff is often not adequately trained to handle these high-tech issues, leading to longer wait times for fixes. In many cases, broken EVs sit on dealer lots for weeks, while technicians await feedback from manufacturers to resolve the problems. Consequently, EV repairs are more complicated and time-consuming, tying up valuable lot space with vehicles waiting to be fixed. This situation is far from ideal for dealers, as it disrupts their business flow and reduces profitability. The transition to EVs requires not just a change in inventory, but also a significant overhaul in service infrastructure and training, making it a challenging shift for many in the industry. Reason number 1, investment conundrum: the challenges of big spending on EV infrastructure. To enter the electric vehicle market, dealers must adhere to manufacturer criteria, chiefly involving the installation of charging infrastructure and staff training. However, these prerequisites demand substantial investments, often reaching hundreds of thousands of dollars. Given the current EV market dynamics, even the most ambitious dealers hesitate to commit such sums. The case of Ford dealers exemplifies this hesitation and mirrors the broader industry sentiment. Initially, Ford's electrification program garnered significant interest, with 2/3 of dealers nationwide signing up. Yet, as of late 2023, enthusiasm waned, with only half of dealers remaining committed, and recent data indicating a further decline to 1/3. This reluctance stems from dealers' apprehension regarding the return on investment, compounded by sluggish EV sales. Models like the Mustang Mach-E face extended market day supplies, while production constraints afflict vehicles like the F-150 Lightning. Similar trends are observed at GM, which grapples with EV profitability challenges. The company postponed major EV investments, including all-electric pickups, amid significant financial losses. Dealers face pressure to invest in EV programs, with some, like Buick dealers, mandated to allocate substantial funds despite lacking electric vehicle offerings. In response, many opt for buyout programs, reflecting dealers' resistance to prioritize EVs over established ICE vehicles. As dealers navigate these complexities, they prioritize maintaining profitability and meeting customer demands amidst the EV transition. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe to Highway Herald for the latest updates and insights into the automotive world. See you next time.